here.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, to diving into another metrical social media study. Really excited to dive into the data today about TikTok ads. If you guys are new here, I'm Aniston.
I'm Alex. Hi.
We are from Metrical's US marketing team. And yeah, like I said, really excited to dive into how brands, social media managers are using TikTok ads in 2024. So yeah, if everyone could just drop either where they're listening from, what they're excited about, as we kind of wait for everyone to come in.
Yeah. Also, let us know if you've used TikTok ads before.
Yes. And we also just recently launched our Facebook ad study. So our live presentation is on our YouTube channel if you want to watch that. We have a little bonus, so make sure to stay through the end because we're going to kind of look at both of them in comparison. So yeah, lots of good stuff today. Okay, we have someone from Tallahassee, Washington, D.C. And if you haven't done so yet, you can download the full TikTok ad study on our website. So if you go to metrical.com, you can go to our blog and enter your name, email, and then receive the full study in your inbox. So you can pull that up, have it ready to go to kind of look at the data. Okay.
And we'll make sure to drop the link as well so that you guys can go directly to.
Someone from Vegas.
Ooh, Mexico, New Zealand.
Wow, we're all over. Amazing. Yeah. Okay, so looks like a lot of people are new to TikTok ads or haven't used them. So this will be great because you'll kind of get an overview of some averages about the platform, some most used campaign types, what works best in terms of impressions and clicks. So yeah, this is great to have that average data and then compare it against your own strategy. So when you're building your strategy, you can kind of create these goals and then measure them to see where you're at. So yeah, I think we can just go ahead and get started. There's the link to the full study. So once again, you can enter your name, email, and then receive that study in your inbox and have it alongside of you while we go through the data. So let's do it. Okay, so just kind of an overview of what we're going to be looking at today. So TikTok ads has, just as other platforms like Facebook ads, Meta ads, you choose your campaign objective. So what your goal is for the campaign. So we're going to look at the different campaign objectives and which ones are most used amongst advertisers, brands, social media managers. And then from these objectives, which have the highest campaign budgets. So we're going to be looking at some different averages of campaigns per objectives, per single campaign, and then also looking at average CPC and CPMs. And then, like I said, which campaign objectives generate the most clicks, impressions, and conversions. So let's see the sample study. So we collected this data over 90 days from December 1st, 2023 to February 29th, 2024. So right as that, new year, or I guess holiday into the new year's period when, as we know, advertising is used extremely heavily. And TikTok has become a huge advertising platform. So I think this is super important, useful data, maybe as you look towards another holiday campaign. So from this sample, we analyzed 730 advertising accounts, over 5,000 campaigns, and then an investment of 5 million. So my eyes. It's always such a small screen. I'm like, wait, what is that number? So if you watched, sorry, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just going to say that our study was over a period of 90 days. So the fact that 5 million was invested in just that short time frame really just puts into account how much money is being spent on TikTok ads currently.
True. Yeah. And yeah, if you looked at our Facebook ads campaign, or a Facebook ad study, I think it was like 9 million. No, it was a lot.
It was a lot. It was
Wait,
a
actually, it
significant
was
amount.
like 3 billion, I want to say. And that was over a 90-day period. So just looking at that amount of money invested is, yeah. Anyways. Okay, and then we kind of averaged the, total duration. So the average campaign duration is 26 days, 12 hours, and 26 minutes. Average total CPC, 22 cents, and then average CPM, $1.56. So for Facebook, the average duration, I think, was about 10 days. So, taking that and almost a month-long campaigns on TikTok. So
Yeah.
kind of shows that maybe content lasts a little longer. Campaigns, I
Yeah.
guess need a little more time on TikTok.
You need more time to perform for sure.
So let's look at which objectives are most used in TikTok campaigns. So we have this chart that shows, the percentage of usage per campaign objective, and we're just going to run through the objectives on TikTok. So the most used campaign was video view campaigns.
Mhm.
So that just means increasing video views. That's the goal. As you know, TikTok is a very engaging platform. People want to boost video views, which can kind of lead into that ripple effect of increased reach, increased shares, yada yada. So video views, most used campaign objective. And then after that, we have engagement campaigns.
Oh, yes, engagement.
Sorry, I'm going in order of
Yeah, you're
mark.
going.
So engagement campaigns, that's, campaigns aim to increase engagement, increase interactions, shares. So those are the second use campaigns. Then we have traffic campaigns. So generating traffic to your website, landing page, whatever specific site you want to lead traffic to. Let's see, web conversions are next. So performing a certain action on your website. So, signing up for an event, registering, making a purchase. And then next we have reach campaign. Oh, sorry, reach campaigns are third most. Okay, reach campaigns, increasing reach. So the amount of people that you're going to reach with your campaign. And then lead generation campaigns is, maximizing your leads through the ad. And lastly, we have app promotion. So promoting your app to increase downloads, increase app uses. Yeah, those are the objectives on TikTok ads.
And if you think about it, it makes sense why video views and traffic and reach are the most popular because, like Aniston said, TikTok is primarily a video platform still, even now that you have photos and things on there, like it's still primarily videos. So increasing those video views, it almost all goes hand in hand. Increasing the video views, maybe getting more interactions like comments, shares, likes, and then, driving traffic outwards from there.
Yep. Okay. And then after this, we wanted to know how much are people investing in these campaigns. So overall, we can see that the most was invested in video view campaigns by far. We'll kind of get to see that there's a pattern about video view campaigns for TikTok. And then the second highest campaigns that are, have the most investments are web conversions, which is interesting because it doesn't seem like, a super prominent campaign objective, but does make sense that, you're wanting to perform a certain action. So you're going to probably spend some more investment in that. And then next we have reach. So maximizing those impressions, reaching a larger audience. And yeah, traffic afterwards, then lead gen, or I guess engagement and traffic are pretty close, but engagement leads over traffic. And then last would be app promotions. So interesting because from our Facebook ads study, app promotion saw the highest average investment. So just interesting how it differs per platform. Okay, and then we're just going to average these out. So we averaged and looked, okay, what instead of the aggregate total, what would it be on average per single campaign? So video view campaigns have the highest average per single campaign and take the lead by a lot with an average, an average investment of over $2,000. So pretty high budget for a single campaign.
Yeah.
Next, we have web conversions with the second highest. And last is engagement campaigns that have the lowest average investment.
It's also interesting to see that app promotion here is a lot higher because, of course, like even though less app promotion campaigns are being put out onto TikTok, they're still pretty honestly expensive. Like people are investing on them a lot higher, even though there are less of those types of ads on the platform.
Yeah, which was similar in Facebook ads. There weren't a ton of app promotion campaigns that were run, but had high investments per single campaign. Okay. And then when we're looking at analyzing the results of campaigns, we wanted to look first at which campaigns generate the most impressions. So the campaign objective that receives the most impressions is going to be video views again by far, which makes sense as the goal of this is to get as many eyes on your video as possible. So it makes sense that these generate the most impressions. And then next, looking at the average CPC per campaign. So again, this is cost per click. So basically what the advertiser is going to pay for each click on your campaign. So video views,
Again,
take this out of the water amongst all the other campaign objectives with an average CPC of $4, which, the total average CPC was 22 cents. So, oh, sorry, it's not 4, it's $6. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a very expensive campaign compared to traffic campaigns, which have an average CPC of 2 cents.
Which I mean, if it really just depends on your objective at the end of the day. If you're wanting to drive traffic to an outward source, more than likely what people are wanting to do, it makes sense. It's
Yeah.
so low because more people are put out that ad.
Yeah. I think you cut out for a sec, but I heard almost everything you said. No, you're good. We're having some wind over there in Orlando, so it's okay. It's gloomy here in Austin, so. Okay, and then looking at CPMs instead of CPC. So CPM is the cost per 1,000 impressions. So this kind of, compared to the CPC, it's a little bit more all over the map. But once again, video views have the highest CPM at $2. Um, yeah. And then the lowest, again, are traffic campaigns, just under $1. So interesting to kind of see the distribution of this. Yeah. And then when instead of impressions, now which campaigns generate the most clicks? So from this, we saw that traffic campaigns, generate the highest clicks, which once again makes sense because Alex left. She's like, I'm out.
We're coming back. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just talking that traffic campaigns generate the highest clicks, which makes sense as you're trying to, once again, you're trying to get someone to click on your ad to get to your website. So if you're looking, to drive traffic, then traffic campaigns are going to receive a lot of clicks, and it has a low CPC and CPM. So not going to be as expensive.
Yeah, which is ideal. So honestly, if that's your objective, you should try running a traffic campaign. It'd probably be a good starting point for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so our overall findings were that brands and social media managers favor campaigns related to increasing views, but traffic campaigns dominate clicks, and video views have the highest average spend, both CPC and CPM per campaign. So whereas, video views can generate a lot of impressions and probably higher reach, they're definitely going to be the more expensive campaigns. And if you're trying to especially kind of grow your TikTok account and drive traffic to boost your website, then traffic campaigns could work great. They're not as expensive. Yeah. And engagement campaigns, I think, would be great too. They're not as expensive. If you're trying to build that community more, then it could be a good test.
Yeah, I think engagement and traffic are great starter campaigns. And then if you do have more money to invest, then video view campaigns would also be a great option, just seeing as the data favors those.
Yeah. Okay. And we have a little bonus. So, is it better to run ads on TikTok or Meta? So, as we know, now you can run ads across Facebook and Instagram simultaneously. And so, our Facebook ad study dove into that data. And we're just going to compare I know I've mentioned a little bit of the comparison already, but when talking about campaign objectives, we saw that video views are heavily favored on TikTok, and for Facebook, it is interaction and traffic campaigns. Those kind of have the largest. Both of those have the largest, but yeah, I guess. Whereas video views, it makes sense. Overall, I think that brands favor those more engagement, interaction, campaigns, but also traffic is another important, secondary or kind of leading objective.
Yeah, I agree. And I think also we have to take into consideration the difference in the platforms. So obviously video views campaigns don't really exist over on Meta, but if we were to remove video views campaigns from TikTok, hypothetically, if it was a different type of platform, I mean, you would still see engagement campaigns are still, running in second. So like
Mhm.
Anna was saying, cultivating that audience is important for advertisers.
Yeah. And then looking at the average budgets, so we saw that video view campaigns have the highest, average investment. And then on Facebook, it was actually at promotion. So the average investment I think was like 5,000, no, almost 2,000.
Yeah.
And then on TikTok, it was over 2,000. So TikTok ads are definitely, expensive. And we thought Facebook was expensive, but maybe now they're kind of leveling out. But overall, the average investments are slightly a little bit higher. Actually, I think TikTok kind of takes the
Yeah, TikTok I feel like is a lot more expensive. However, maybe in terms of sample size too, like
Mhm.
way more Meta ads are being run than TikTok ads are. So that's also something to take into consideration. Um, I mean, depending on like where your audience is, if you want to spend more money on TikTok or you want to spend more money on Facebook
Right.
or Meta.
Yeah. Okay, and then average CPC, we can see that once again, video views. I mean, even the average CPC of the video views just is crazy. I mean, if you look at the averages on Facebook, it doesn't even reach over 30 cents.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. The fact that it's even the fact that it's over $1 is insane to me. So the
yeah,
fact that it's 6 is
yeah.
pretty expensive.
Okay, and then next CPM. So as you know, we're on the left, we already saw the TikTok one, but here is the Facebook average CPM. So once again, they're pretty similar. They're more similar on this platform. I mean, on this objective, I would say. But yeah, I
Yeah.
guess lead gens for Facebook have the highest CPM and over $1 more than video views. So interesting that CPC was so expensive on TikTok and CPM is a little bit more expensive on Facebook.
Mhm.
And that's all we have for you today. But of course, we are here to ask any or to answer any questions. And if you have the study next to you, feel free to ask us any questions about that. Yeah, and you can download the study by scanning this QR code if you haven't done so already. And also find our other studies on our website. And I'll go back to the other slide. But if you want to use code TikTok Ads 24, you can try any of our premium plans 30 days for free. So inside of our platform, you can analyze all of your TikTok ads account or campaigns. So this gives you insights on, your campaign impressions, clicks, conversions, and then also your top performing campaigns on the platform. We also have those same analytics for Facebook and Instagram ads. And then within our platform, you can also run and manage your own Facebook and Google ads. So even though we are primarily, a scheduling tool, we also do have ad capabilities. And especially for those who are just getting started with ads, our platform is super intuitive, really easy to use, guides you through the advertising campaign really seamlessly. So if you feel kind of overwhelmed by some of the, Meta Business Suite, kind of Google Ads platforms, then we make sure to guide you through it.
Yep. Starting out on the Metrical platform is a lot simpler, especially if you're brand new to ads. It really does give you like that step-by-step instructions. We have links to blogs that are also really helpful with just like visuals, which sometimes you might need. And ads aren't the easiest thing to understand or to even run, so it's a good starting point.
Yes. And of course, if you have any, if you're watching this back, which this will live on our YouTube channel, so feel free to watch it back at any point. If you come up, have a question, feel free to, leave us a comment on YouTube, send us an email, send us a DM. We're always here to answer your questions. And yeah, this has been really fun to dive into the data. Thanks for bearing with us on some of our technical difficulties.
Thanks for bearing with me while I freeze because of the wind here.
And yeah,
Do you have any questions? I'm not seeing any, but we'll give like a minute or two if anyone does have anything. We do highly recommend downloading the full study. Of course, it goes a little bit more in depth of like the things that we just talked about today, if you want to see those graphs up close, it's super helpful. And you can always take the study if you popped in late to the presentation. You can take that study and watch this back and, compare, make some decisions for your strategy. And if we don't get to anything right now, or if you come up with questions later, we can also always answer those either in the YouTube comments, or you can also feel free to just DM us on any of our socials.
Yes, and make sure to use that code so that you can try out all of our wonderful plans.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.